Never play by the rules. Guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude. Poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse. When you got different views, just know you gon'
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
On the carry.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Wentz sacked.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
At the 20-yard line.
Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
1-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Charger drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. That one complete to Joe Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Wentz. Trying the out route, incomplete. It's King. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. That's complete right around the 8. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Not to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the Chargers' 31-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Recovered by the offense.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On now is the Packers punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's King. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. We'll get that complete to Reed. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That's complete, right around the 8. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the Packers' 8-yard line.
Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this is caught. He's got him. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki as the first half is winding down. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. Who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And a Packer.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was taken.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 37. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Chargers' 32-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
The kicker on for the...
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To try again after the pick six. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Second down.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
It's a loss of 5.
Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Number 82.
5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Jay Sternberger, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The 16-yard line.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. On for the point after, Corey Vedvik. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
The score, Packers 21, Chargers 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Able to get the pressure and bring him down.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 12 yards. And it's 3rd down. That's the end.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's at the 30, the 20.
Put it right down.
Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
The kicker on.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
On play action, it's Wentz. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing the play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Working from the gun, Wentz. On Wentz's intercepted yet again. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Wentz. The quick slant caught. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches, 3 tight ends.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Wentz will keep it, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Vedvik now for the extra point. Sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
28 all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. After the penalty is Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second and 9 now. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Deep down there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to throw. On the comebacker, complete. That's Waters. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
4-yard line.
To throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's King. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking outside him, he's got a man. It's King. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carrying it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
36, Packers 35.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
That's what he is,
Just off inside the 5.